need for you to take copious notes, and I need for you to write down these particular positions, because they will get your PAID as we see now, what others see eventually. Now, let me go back so that we can come forward. Back in 1848, there was a guy by the name of James Marshall. And James Marshall discovered gold in the streams of California. Now, once word got out, the gold rush, as we know it for California, was on and popping. Now, thousands of people flocked to the cities dotting the coast. We're talking about the coast of California, in hopes of striking it rich. But listen, see, this is how brilliant minds think. This is how the uber wealthy obtain and maintain their wealth. Listen to me closely. You see, for every miner who struck gold, there were hundreds who lost it all while they were searching for the proverbial gold. They either went bankrupt, or they decided they were going to go back east empty-handed, or were forced to stay because they didn't even have the money to get back east. But a few enterprising business people, you see, they saw that the real fortune wasn't buried in the foothills of the California mountains. No! It was right at the trailheads and docks where the hopeful miners were arriving in droves. Listen to me. Let this digest. Now, I need to get into your conscious, not your subconscious. No. Sub means below. No, I don't want you to get there now. Come on with me now. I need you to maintain the purple chakra level. Let's maintain the right meridian and form a mastermind here. I need to get to your consciousness. Now listen to what I'm about to say. Don't hear me. Listen to me. All right? Now there were a few enterprising businessmen who were looking at this gold rush that was going on in California. And they saw that the real fortune wasn't buried in the foothills of the California mountains. No, it was right at the trailheads and docks where the hopeful miners were arriving in droves. You see, you need tools to dig for gold. And that's exactly what they needed back then. And you need supplies to survive in that particular frontier. So, the enterprising businessmen who became uber wealthy, they sold the food and the blankets and the supplies that the gold mining hopefuls needed. They sold the wood and the wagons, and they sold the picks and the shovels. It was these men and women who really struck gold. They didn't care if the mines made money. They were like the Rothschilds, Bull Bear, they didn't care. They were getting paid either way. And that's how the pick and shovel investment ideology was born. You need to adopt the pick and shovel ideology. Now, sure, it's great to strike the proverbial gold by finding the next big thing and buying stocks in the company that sells it. But that's no easy task, beloved. And once others realize what's happening, the stock gets bidded up so fast, most people aren't able to get in and see the real profits. But even after a new technology hits the market, or any new big thing for that matter, you can still get PAID if you can figure out what makes it possible. You know, the guts of whatever the product or technology is. Now let me give you some examples. When the PC revolution was gaining momentum, it was processors and chips. And a tiny, get a load of this, 11 cent per stock company. The stock was just 11 cents per stock. Well, this particular company was making the very same processors and chips that made personal computers possible. You probably didn't know it back then. It was probably much harder to find this particular company because this company was under the radar for an extended period of time. The company was selling, as I indicated to you, for 11 cents per share. The company I'm talking about was and is Intel. That's right, Intel. And thanks to its part in making the PC revolution possible, it scored absolutely ludicrous, insane profits for its shareholders. From the year, get a load of this, from 1978 to the year 2003, Intel has risen 67,272%. I said 67,272%. Is a far, far distance from 11 cents per share. Then, after the PC market had cooled off, along came what? Something that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on in this Classroom Without Walls radio broadcast, the iPhone. Now, let me analyze that for you. Other iPhones soon followed, and the world would never be the same. And again, there were a few small, unknown companies that made it all possible. We call it our Apple downline here at the Wealth Institute, and we get PID prolifically from the Apple downline. You see, these companies, they supply the guts that allow Apple, and then for that matter, Samsung, to fit so much computing software and software power into such a tiny package. Now, one of those particular companies is a company by the name of ARM Holdings. ARM Holdings. Now, it bought and it brought in cash, okay, hand over fist, and it got PAID, hand over fist, as a smartphone market took off. It didn't matter whose smartphone was winning the battle because all of them needed ARM's products. And shareholders, once again, were PAID and rewarded prolifically. From 2003 through 2012, they made 2,292% profits. Shareholders of ARM, once again, showing you modern day examples of the pick and shovel mentality as a trader and investor. Now, families, as you see, some companies were able to capitalize on both the PC revolution and the age of smartphones. Qualcomm, for example, rode the wave of PC sales to ridiculous heights. Then it jumped into the smartphone market and profited once again. And it never made one computer or one phone. Listen to me. Qualcomm has never made one computer or one phone, but this is a multi-billion-dollar company making money off of computers and smartphones. Pick and shuffle mentality. And by the way, Qualcomm just filled a need and made shareholders rich in the process. From the year 1993 through 2014, 13,930% profit. Qualcomm. Now, here in the United States, it's no secret that Americans love cars. I'm about to go somewhere with this now. I'll give you examples of computers. I'll give you examples of iPhones and cell phone technology. Now, we're going to get into Ford. Listen to me close and get ready to write this down. Now, here in the United States, it's no secret that Americans love their cars. Americans spend hours washing and waxing their cars. They spend millions of dollars buying them and taking care of them. In fact, in full disclosure, you know, I'm a silent investor in what is known as a speed shop here in the metropolitan Atlanta area. And let me tell you something. We trick our cars and we send them to a national car show in Las Vegas every year called SEMA. Okay, we trick them out from the inside to the wheels, sound systems. We paint them. We got body, we got it all. Okay, if you've ever seen those shows, unique cars or, you know, on TV or, you know, MTV cribs where celebrities are showing their cars, many of the cars of the local celebrities come through our shop. All right? People, they don't hesitate, recession or not. Okay, they drop money on their cars. All right? People drop thousands of dollars on upgrades to the body, engine, and interior to make their cars seem to be the coolest looking things on four wheels. Little kids who love speed grow up to be adults who buy Corvettes. People collect vintage cars. And if you go back and look at the old episodes of MTV's Cribs, you'll see celebrities who've single-handedly dropped millions of dollars on a stable of cars and trucks. Never mind that they can only drive one at a time now. And I remember on one episode of MTV Cribs, there was a guy who had a car that burns a whole tank of gas in 12 minutes. And he was proud of that. I don't see why, but he was. All right, whatever. Now, the bottom line is this. Americans love their cars, and they love to customize those cars. Okay? But only some of them can really afford to do all that. That doesn't necessarily stop all of them from trying, though. Now, Ford is about to make it cheaper and easier for anyone to build a car of their dreams. Listen to me. And that plan has the potential to make one particular company do gobs of cash. Spoiler alert, it ain't Ford. Now, while I'm sure it will encourage more people to buy Ford vehicles, it's actually the company making the customization possible that stands to benefit the most. Pick and shovel mentality. And that's why I felt the need to start off with some stories about pick and shovel plays that will get you PAID and that have gotten people PAID. You see, several years ago, all the tech community could talk about was about how 3D printing was going to revolutionize the world. It was going to make things that were never possible a reality, printing everything from industrial parts to get a load of this human organisms, human organs. And the stock of 3D printing printers like 3D Systems shot up in value. 3D went from around $2 a share to over $90 per share before cooling off and coming back down to earth. It seemed that the end of the hype had come and that 3D printers, while really cool, were really changing. Okay? And, however, that change had peaked. And the change had then reached its max. Investors who had jumped on board and driven prices up headed for the doors and started monetizing their positions. And 3D printing stocks began to plummet. Now, 3D Systems dropped from a high above $90 a share to around $8 per share. And analysts said 3D printing was done. Turned out the life's party was over, or at least it wasn't going to be as a bigger thing as they had anticipated. So, here comes Ford with this new plan. A plan that could change all things for 3D printing companies. And there's one particular company that I found that I'm going to submit to you, my beloved ATWWI Wall Street family members and listeners alike. A company that's going to get us PAID because we've got the pick and shovel mentality. You see, Ford engineers recently announced their idea to print parts for their fleet of cars, trucks, and SUVs. They want to encourage people to buy new cars, and they want the cars to be Fords. So they're trying to make it easier and cheaper for people to build their car of their dreams with 3D printed parts. And they decided to pick one small company that is in the 3D business to make all this happen. The company's name, write this down, STRATASYS, spelled S-T-R-A-T-A-S-Y-S. That's S-T-R-A-T-A-S-Y-S. Trades under the symbol S-S-Y-S. That's S-S-Y-S. Now, S-S-Y-S makes some of the best 3D printers in the world. But with sales slow, its stock has been in a steady decline since late 2014. Prices have dropped from all-time highs above $130 to current levels around $20 plus or minus. But that could end up being a good thing for you, me, we, the ATWWI Wealth Institute family, as we see now what others see eventually. You see, back in 2014, SSYS was a $7 billion company. Today, it's got a market cap just shy of $1 billion. And that makes it pretty attractive to anyone with a handful of cash who's looking to buy a 3D printing company. Now, up until a few days ago, that didn't seem very likely, but I've got a phone call from one of my old colleagues who still works in the pits there on Wall Street. And he said to me that Ford is about to make an announcement. An announcement about a new partnership with SSYS. And that announcement will bring forth to the media that Ford is going to enter into a partnership with SSYS to make one-piece parts for its vehicles. Ford has a market cap of $49.5 billion, B's and boy, $1 billion. That makes it about 50 times bigger than SSYS. Listen to me now. As we see now, but others see eventually, and maintain the pick and shovel mentality. And Ford's got almost $27.5 billion in cash on hand. That means Ford, instead of entering into a partnership, instead of leasing or farming out the 3D technology that's going to need for its new announcement, Ford could simply buy SSYS 20 times over and still have a bunch of money left over. And let me tell you something. When a big company like Ford partners with a small company like SSYS, it is a signal, a very good signal, that has a probability of a future buyout in the making. Now, if Ford's plan is successful, and as the revenue is hoping for, then it makes sense for them to buy SSYS outright and get sole ownership of the technology. Why rent or pay royalties when you can just scoop up the whole company on the cheap? And SSYS is definitely cheap. After reporting future guidance for a rough year in the 3D printing markets, stock prices have sold off almost 10% in a few days. But if Ford wants to get its hands on SSYS printers and workforce of product developers, it'll have to pay a premium to the market price. I mean, why would investors sell to Ford if they can get a better offer on the open market? So there's the opportunity, beloved family members, as we utilize the pick and shovel ideology. Ford buy SSYS at a super cheap price. And when Ford announces a bid to take over the company, watch the price rise. And as the price rises, watch Ford offer price rise as well. Now, you, me, we, the ATWWI Wealth Institute family, we can take home a quick double-digit to triple-digit profit as and if the sale materializes. And if it doesn't, there's still Ford, okay, and you, me, we, the ATWWI Wealth Institute family, could still own shares of the best 3D printing company on the market, talking about that SSYS. And that's making strides, okay, in finally printing indispensable things like human organs. It will lead to immediate profits if Ford doesn't go ahead and make a move on SSYS. But over the long run, it will lead to substantial profits. Okay? And if you're not of the mind to get back into the ideology of thinking 3D printing is a viable source of revenue and income, take the stories and the lessons of successful pick and shovel investments that I gave you earlier to heart. And then, family members, you kings and queens, you gods and goddesses, you go out there and you look for and you obtain okay? The companies that make crazes or technological increases or advances possible. Do not go out there looking for the next fad, however, but do your drill down and analyze. Maintain as you obtain the pick and shovel mentality and get PAID SSYS. Very clever way to monetize Ford's next big thing. Now's the time, family members, for you to get up, do for yourself, and understand that you've got to raise up to obtain and maintain your economic liberation. Monetizing Ford and their next big craze.